This episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is brought to you by Thrive.
Wait, start that
Fantasy.
over.
God damn it, Dom.
Sorry. Didn't mean to ice the kicker there for a second. All right, start now.
This is gonna be a fucking mess.
Let's go.
God. This episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports and esports app that eliminates the countless hours of research usually involved with fantasy sports, and it focuses only on the top tier athletes that have the biggest impact on the game. All you have to do is choose 5 out of 10 available player props or 10 out of 20 if you're playing an NFL game to build your lineup. Each prop is assigned a fantasy value for both the over and the under based on how likely it is to hit the most prop bets, rack up the most points, and win a share of the prize pool. It is just that simple. Thrive has awarded over $1.5 million in cash to date. I'm going to say it's more than that because we've been sponsored for about a month with them. I'm going to say $250 billion at this point. So to start raking in the dough, use promo code WGG when you sign up today, and you will receive an instant $25 match on your first deposit of $25 or more. So get yourself started today. Use promo code WGG at the Thrive Fantasy app on the App Store or Google Play Store, or by visiting their website at thrivefantasy.com. Once again, promo code is WGG. Go download the app and hashtag prop up with you boys. Now, without further ado, enjoy episode 205. That is 205 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Buckle up. What's up, gamers? What's up, gamers? Doc Bob here. We're live. Episode 205 of Not Another Gaming Podcast, and we are coming to you. It was such a beautiful day today, you know? I actually got out of my basement for a little bit. I worked 13 fucking hours yesterday. I was sweaty, I was gross, I smelled like shit. And now I got to go outside today. It was beautiful. But you know what's even more beautiful? Getting to see you two handsome fucks.
Aww.
We're here.
Aww.
205 episode, Not Another Gaming Podcast. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a pretty interesting week this week.
Yeah.
We're seeing next gen consoles pop up all over the place. There's been a lot of streamer information being, streamers are coming forward and saying, you know what? Stop spending so much money on me. Simp September was 2 months ago. We're past that. Okay. We're past that. Stop spending money on me, but I'll catch you again. We'll catch you again next September. And there was another website that made arguably the most fucking ridiculous article that any of us has ever seen, and we're going to talk about it, and I am going to try my absolute best to not punch my fucking monitor when I'm talking about this. But how you guys doing?
I'm doing good, man. Like you said, it was a beautiful day, and you know what I love, Bob? You're not the most energetic person in the world, the most lively. Sometimes, I mean, you're a working man. I mean, it's okay. It happens to all of us. But you came out with the fucking spunk tonight. And when Bob's fired up, I'm fired up. And this is going to be a good one. Like you said, it's been a fucking hell of a week. A lot of shit going on. And I'm just happy to be back with you guys on the #1 gaming podcast on the internet. But it's your boy, Chris P, the tallest and the lankiest.
Also, shout out Bry Guy and Mr. Twinkie LV. 23 months. It's almost 2 fucking years. It's crazy. We're on a fucking level 1 hype train. Nonsense.
Crazy.
Tom, how you doing?
I'm also feeling pretty good. It's the end to a very long week. It's always nice to kind of usher in the weekend with my 2 pals here on the internet with all of our favorite people. Ushering in the beginning of my birthday weekend, which is great. I like to celebrate my entire birthday month. It's not like we can really fucking do a whole lot.
No, it's a big birthday, though. The big 4-0. That's crazy.
Oh, my God. I'm going to be 30 on Monday.
8-0?
Yeah, man.
This is a milestone.
Mm-hmm.
This is a milestone for you, okay?
Damn, prunes on me this weekend, bro.
New decade.
Prunes on me.
I cannot wait to bring a batch of tapioca on Saturday.
I hope you do. Do they make, like, tapioca IPAs? Because, I mean, they got, like, prune IPAs.
Yeah, no bullshit. Tapioca is actually kind of fire.
Yeah, Jesse, Scorpio season is lit. Yeah, you fucking know that. You snow that. I'm feeling good. I got a nice fresh baldy for the weekend, you know what I mean? So, I'm feeling great.
Fresh low balled right there. Fresh. And what are you going to have next week, too? Oh, actually, Bob, too? All right, Bob, boy special. IGSCU, IGI. Yo, Dom, would you say you were going to have next week too? After your birthday, you're going to come back with something? Do you want to keep it for the surprise, or did I just kind of ruin it?
No, I mean, I think that we could talk about it now. But why don't we talk about it after the weekend recap?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Let's do a little weekend recap, huh?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What the fuck did I do this weekend? I legit don't remember. I know I streamed a bunch of COD Zombies Easter eggs with shout out to Doug for Modern Warzone. What the fuck else did I? Oh, I started playing RuneScape again. That was a huge mistake because I'm fucking locked in on that one. I played some more TFT, slowly getting through that. What else? Oh, we just started playing Rocket League this week. That game's fucking crack.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. I don't remember if I did anything. I legit, I'm so fucking washed at this point. I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's not wake up, go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. It's fucking nuts.
Wake up, work for fucking 13 hours like I did yesterday. Go back to sleep.
Yeah. It's fucking every day.
That's been exactly my entire week as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So my weekend, Halloween this weekend.
Right. It was Halloween.
It was Halloween. And it was a very weird Halloween. Of course, everyone knows that. So I was home, wasn't really planning on doing anything. But I remember a couple days before, one of my buddies was like, hey, I just ordered these beers from Indiana. Do you want to try them out? So I'm like, yeah. And they were like all holiday themed beer. There was like Franken Kush and like zombie something. They were like these slushy beers, I guess. Yeah, that's exactly what they were, slushy. So I was like, yeah, I'll have a couple. So just a couple social distance buddies having a couple drinks. Ended up partying way too hard for no reason with like two other people. So now I'm attempting to practice dry November. That is probably not going to last, but I'm really going to try my hardest. I haven't drank since last weekend. It is Dom's birthday this weekend, so I might make an exception. I already said holidays count. I'm not really going to say yes or no yet, but I mean, spoiler alert, it's going to be yes. I can't not be.
We could literally always try sober October next year.
Yeah,
I'll try it. Am I going to be successful? No, but I'll try it.
Well, it's November.
I know. I'm saying next year. Next year we could try sober October.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe next year, because this year doesn't count. No months count this year. So November,
it's fucking 2020. This year doesn't count.
True, very true. Yeah, fuck it. I give up. But yeah,
what an easy sell.
I could be persuaded very easily. But other than that, I've been playing Warzone still, been playing Rocket League. And Rocket League's been super fun. And I said this the other day, Dom, now the new PC guy, it's really cool to kind of see him actually being able to play games with us. So it's like you get the DM from Dom, hey, anybody want to play anything? I was like, holy shit, I can play something with Dom now. This is great. So we've been playing Rocket League. It's been really fun. But yeah, that was my weekend. Dom, how was yours?
Pretty good. Halloween, we didn't do anything. I got to see my nephew in his Halloween costume, so that was great. He swung by. He was our only trick-or-treater. My wife and I ate the rest of the candy that we bought. I bought like 4 bags of candy, and we had my nephew who came by and shoveled half of it into his bucket, and that was it. And I was like, buddy, we got all this for you, because whatever you leave behind, we're going to eat. So, obviously nothing went on Halloween. Been doing a lot of home repairs, so that's been kind of taken up a lot of the week. It's been a lot of work on the house, a lot of work inside the house and outside. For the most part, I've been playing a lot of Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner has been so fucking good. Stay tuned for my review tomorrow. I'm going to post that tomorrow. And I mean, spoiler alert, the game's fucking great. In the meantime, if you're waiting for the review to be posted, just start downloading it, because it's a great time. Also finished the Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor expansion, which was also excellent. Not my favorite ESO expansion, but it had really big shoes to fill with the prior one, which is probably my favorite MMO expansion pack ever, if not top 5 easily. So still worth playing, still great. I resubscribed to World of Warcraft as well. So I wrapped up my ESO stuff, got current on that content, unsubscribed from ESO Plus.
Dumb. There's another MMO you could test out if you found the time.
No.
Come on, dude. It's RuneScape. Come on. It's so wholesome.
Maybe.
Just sitting there hitting rocks. 5 hours.
You know, just AFK farming.
Yes, that's all I've been doing. Dude, I worked 13 hours yesterday. 10 of that, I was AFK farming while I was working.
I mean, that's brilliant.
Exactly. Money. It's money in my hand.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, RuneScape has just never really appealed to me. I've played WoW since launch, so I mean, I just never really got the same kind of Juju's comments in the chat just now just caught me off guard like a motherfucker, and I'm just dying laughing. Bubba was talking about No Nut November in the chat, and I was like, you know, if you acknowledge No Nut November, you're a psychopath voluntarily. And Bubba was like, don't worry, I ended at 12:01 a.m. November 1st. And Juju just goes, Bubba, keep on nutting, brother. Keep on nutting. What was I saying? No, but ready for Shadowlands. Really looking forward to that. My hype has been on the floor for that expansion pretty much all year, but it looks like it's shaping up to be a great time, so can't wait to play that. But that was me.
Nice.
I still think you should probably try RuneScape. It is the superior MMORPG. And I can say that with a straight face. Should I don't know if I should start the episode with this topic or if I should just throw it in the middle, maybe. Should I throw my topic in the middle?
Whatever
just
you feel right.
I'm gonna get so upset. Dom, you want to talk about the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox sex impressions?
The Xbox sex. Yeah, of course I do. So the Xbox Series X has been out now for exactly 0 days. But of course it's been in the hands of reviewers for quite a long time. And the reviews are starting to come out. This actually, we can segue into your topic pretty well with this, Bob. So the reviews have been dropping for the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. And it seems like the consensus largely is like, hey, this is a really great piece of hardware, but shocker, just like we've been telling you for months now, there are no games for it, so don't rush out and buy one this holiday. You know, some of the headlines, like, you know, the Xbox Series X is the ultimate Xbox, but that might not be enough right now. You know, CNET, Xbox Series X is a console without surprises or gimmicks, but has a secret weapon. I think IGN or Polygon was like, you know, it's like the best console that you don't have to rush out, you know, to get this fall.
I'm sure people must be rushing out to go get them.
Right. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it just doesn't seem like this is really that far off from what we've been saying, which was, you know, this holiday season, you don't need to rush out, especially if you have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X, because these consoles are obviously going to give you, you know, an awesome level of performance. However, there's really nothing. There are no like console selling games out for it right this second. So it seems like all the big egghead, you know, reviewers at all the fucking, you know, all the big websites agree with us. So I mean, you take that for what it is. I mean, have you guys seen any impressions on the Xbox Series X? Do you have any thoughts on what some of the common pros and cons are?
I mean, I don't really delve into like the hardware as much as I really should. I know it's like that's kind of where it's coming from, right? But I've seen the UI and all that good stuff. In my opinion, it's gonna do what you want it to do. I don't play anything crazy where I'm gonna need these like this crazy hardware. Like that's no big deal. Like my Xbox Series X, if I boot it up right now, it's gonna play exactly what I need it to play. The thing's been under my fucking little bookshelf for a year and change. But I don't know. I'm not running out to get one, even though I have an Xbox coming Tuesday that I completely forgot that I pre-ordered that I'm not going to use. So I'm just hoping like one of my buddies like couldn't get one. So I'll just end up selling it to them. But I just like the rush of trying to get it when you have to pre-order it, going against the bots. It's like a competition. So I ended up getting it one day. Me and Brad were sitting on in Discord at like 10 a.m. trying to get one. So I got that. But from my standpoint in the whole thing, first of all, the news came out today that PlayStation 5 is only going to be available online on launch day. I get how that can be like a bummer to some people. just because you want it in your hands on that day. A lot of people were expecting to kind of go there, pick it up. And it's what we're used to from years ago, where midnight releases were a thing and they were really fun. It was something that you look forward to, camping outside, all that stuff. That is gone. That's done now. And look at the world now. You had to expect this was coming. So people acting all surprised over it. It's more of them being upset that they're not going to have it on the day of than anything. But yeah, I'm not like I said, I have that Xbox coming and I'm not really going to touch it. So other than that, impressions I've seen around the internet, everyone's saying that they're great. So I'll take their word for it. Of course, you're going to get the one-off reviewer who's going to review the wrong way, which we will get into. But it is what it is. I mean, just play video games, man.
I saw early on when people were when like influencers and reviewers were getting their Xboxes sent to them. I was seeing a lot of weird like crashing with last gen games.
Really?
So there were no next gen games available at launch because there's very few next gen games available at launch to begin with.
Mhm.
But when they gave it to everybody to review, all they had was backwards compatible shit. And I can't remember who, it might have been Alana Pierce, who was posting like a bunch of videos of, hey, just so everyone's aware, this game, I'm trying to launch this game right now. I get 15 seconds into the load screen and it crashes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Juju
don't know.
said it too. Like patches are going to be so necessary when these come out. They're going to have to be fucking on the ball.
Because they're releasing them unfinished. Like, we've been saying it for months now. Put everything back in the fucking oven. Who cares? It doesn't need, like, I get it. Your fucking investors need this to come out before the holiday season. They have to have it. But your consumers don't. I don't know. Like, half of your consumers don't want it. The other half are going to buy it regardless of when you release it. There's like a 5% fucking diehard fan base. I need it day one, you know?
Yeah. It's the same thing with any game. Like, look at how like up in arms people that were looking forward to Cyberpunk were when that got pushed back. It's the same thing where like, yeah, you can get out a product, but in the end, it's only going to be backlash until you get it right. Why not? Like you said, put it back in the oven for a little while.
Yeah, but then even that backlash comes with a fucking hint of remorse. Like, oh, I needed this game to be released on this date, but then you released it with bugs and then you patched it. I'll never forget the bugs that you released it with. Like
Some
people harbor that shit.
Yeah. Some consumers are so fucking selfish when it comes to shit like that, where it's just like, I need it on this day. I need it doing this. Okay. Yeah. It was advertised as that, but like things are going to happen. There's a lot of big leaps that are happening with these new gen consoles that you have to expect things to fuck up. Like it's going to happen with everything. People with like the 3080 and 3090 right now are having a hell of an issue too. A lot of people are experiencing a lot of fucked up stuff on those. And guess what? Like, okay, it is what it is. It'll get fixed over time, but it's a new product that's trying to do something very big, especially when it comes to hardware. And they're really trying to push the envelope on like the games they're playing and the settings you can max out on and all that good stuff. But you're never going to please everyone. That's the thing. So in my opinion, if it was me, and it is not, obviously, I am sitting here talking to you guys. Yes, there are people in like the C-suite and even like investors and shit like that are like, okay, get it out. We need the money. We've been paying for this console, like manufacturing of it for the past year and change. Get it out. And then there's people on the inside that, and this isn't me speaking for them because I don't know. I don't work there. But like they could be like, okay, like, what are we going to say? Like the big guys are saying we have to get this out. Or like the big wigs up top, they're saying get this out. So, all right, get it out. We just have to be ready to patch it on the fly when shit goes wrong. I just think that's how it is. Does it make sense for me to? It's like what we talked about with Halo Infinite, where it was so pivotal for the Xbox, the new gen Xbox, to release with Halo, just because like everyone was looking forward to the new Xbox so they could play the new Halo, and releasing them together was burger and fries. Like it would have drove sales up so much because people wanted Halo on day one, and people are still gonna buy it when it comes out. I think these games are gonna come out a lot longer into the future than we think. A lot of people are thinking it's gonna be like another month or so. I wouldn't doubt it if it gets pushed out a couple more months, to be honest. But I don't know.
Halo Infinite is coming out in June.
Yeah, okay. So like
Halo Infinite, of 2024.
Yeah, in 2024. Yeah.
I'm telling you, next year it's coming out next June, Halo Infinite is coming out in June. Cyberpunk is going to come out
in June.
They're going to they're probably going to push it back like 7 more days. 1 more week.
I don't know. Dude, imagine how nuts people are going to go when they push it back an extra week. Those people got to pull their heads out of their ass and just shut the fuck up. You got to wait 2 more weeks. Just go to work, go home, and play what you're playing now. Your life isn't going to change because you don't get a game on a specific day. You're okay. I know you're looking forward to it, as everyone does, but like, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right. One thing you will not be getting though, if you are just perusing your local retailer in the next couple weeks, is a PlayStation 5, because they are not going to be available for in-store retail purchases. So earlier today, reports came out that the PS5 won't be available until you order it online on launch day. So yeah, no in-store purchases will be allowed at all. Sony confirmed this. They are citing COVID-19 related reasons. So Sid Schumann, who's the senior director of Sony Content Communications, said that PS5 is almost here. We can't wait, but we want to keep gamers, retailers, and staff safe amidst COVID-19. So we're making sure that launch day sales are conducted online only. So no units are going to be in the store available for on-purchase launch day. However, like if you already have pre-ordered it, you can still schedule a pickup in accordance with, Best Buy's curbside pickup program or Target's or whatever. And basically, the reason why they're doing this is that people shouldn't like camp out or line up at the local retailer, because obviously you could quickly turn a fucking console launch into a super spreader event where people are just mobbing all over each other, huddled up next to each other, trying to cut each other in line and all that shit. And I actually never thought about that, like, up until just now. I didn't even think about that this year. So there really haven't even been like any whispers or any rumors about how these launches were going to be conducted, or how this is going to look when you have a major product that's coming out. I think the new iPhone is coming out tomorrow or something like that too, and I'm pretty sure that's only like online only as well. I'm not sure how they're handling retail. But I mean, I think this is pretty. It's something that could definitely hurt PS5 sales, and I am kind of impressed that they're even doing this. Out of the consideration of everybody else. But I'm eager to hear what you guys think about it, because I think it's a good move. I think it could potentially hurt sales figures. But it seems like they're really genuinely concerned about the health and well-being of their fan base. What do you guys think?
Yeah, and like as they should be. I mean, like JB just said, all the negative press that would come with that. Like, God forbid someone was to go there and there was a mass outbreak because of like being in there. But it's tough, right? Where I understand it, and yes, their sales are going to take a serious hit. And I'm going to tell you something that's fucking up retail as we know it, like online, like e-commerce, bots that people develop. It's ruining fucking so many like user experiences for people. Where think of like Supreme or even 100 Thieves when they do like when they do their drops and stuff like that. You know how many macros and fucking bots that people have set up that as soon as something goes live, it purchases it within 3 seconds? So imagine that with the console, and we've already seen it happen. You'd be so surprised how many units actually sold from a bot, and how many, because they're able to like switch IP and stuff like that. Resellers, I mean, they've always been there, right? And I've resold stuff my whole life, and they're not going anywhere. It's the same reason, Dom, as someone who worked at Apple too. When a new phone would come out, there would be people all the way down waiting to buy like 10 at a time or even more. So that's one thing that's really fucking it up, because once those go out of stock, especially approaching launch day, you don't have any other shot to get it unless you, one, wait, or two, ends up getting lucky and getting it online. Someone responded to a tweet today saying, like, let the humans get a chance. And I agree. It's not easy. People do have quick fingers. Yeah, maybe they're getting it. But I think bots are the thing that's fucking it all up. But sales-wise, yes, they're going to take a hit. Does it make sense? Yes. Does this game make sense? No. So nothing makes sense, but everything makes sense, if that makes sense. No?
I think it's I think it's borderline publicity stunt. I think it's like 33. I think it's genuine concern for health risks. I think it's publicity to be like, hey, we're on top of this. We're being active about the pandemic. And I think 3, and I'm going to say like 3.5. They sold so many pre-orders already. I don't think this affects their sales.
Yeah,
I think their pre-order sales cover everything. I think they're probably low on units as it is, because we've heard those rumors that they're tight on units. Pre-orders are going to be difficult, like you were saying, but I think they're already covered on pre-order units. Like, we're in an age of the fucking internet. Like you said, e-commerce, it's taking over right now because of this pandemic. I don't think it's that big of a concern for them. I think they already know that they're walking away once these units ship with a W. Like, they're walking away. They already sold everything. I don't think it's a big deal for them, honestly.
Do you think this is like an automatic like ass covering? Like if like sales don't perform the way it's supposed to or whatever, like do you think this is an automatic like cover your ass mechanism for there to go?
No,
Oh,
I don't think so, because I don't think so. I genuinely think, because that would negatively affect every tech release, essentially. Like, if that's the case, you can't just put an asterisk next to PlayStation when it would potentially affect every other large tech corporation that's releasing a tangible product, in traditional formats. It would affect everybody.
I think it differs depending on what company it is, really. I think I get what you're saying, Dom, where it's like, if they don't hit that benchmark of what they're like projected to sell or hoping they sell, they could just turn right around and be like, yeah, well, we're in a fucked up year, and like we had to just resort to doing it all online. That's why we didn't hit our numbers or something like that. Is that kind of what you're getting at, Dom?
Yeah, what I'm saying is like this is an automatic out for them to be like, if somebody criticizes it, or like let's say the Xbox Series X outperforms the PS5 at launch, like they immediately go, oh well, that's because Sony did the right thing and made sales for the PS5 online only, so of course that's going to hurt sales numbers. And
that's an argument that PlayStation like stands will make.
That's what I'm saying is like that's going to be fallen back on, but I don't know. I mean, one way or the other, I do think it's the right thing to do. I'll be interested to see what Microsoft does in response to this. Would you guys mind if I like sidetrack us real quick to just a quick sidetrack rant?
Yeah, sure. I'm taking some time to figure out how to time out Kenny.
Okay.
So do your thing.
Just really quick, because I just saw this tweet, and it's like my mistake for even looking at gaming news like while I'm talking about it. But went back to my timeline and saw a tweet from the official Halo Twitter account that announced a partnership between them and Billionaire Boys, which is the same. I think that's the Pharrell's clothing line. The Billionaire Boys Club is Pharrell's clothing line, and Halo has just teased a partnership. Wow. So me personally, I don't know if you guys listened to the episode 2 episodes ago, but I personally really fucking love that we're getting like more marketing partnership announcements instead of actual real tangible fucking gaming news about Halo Infinite. And I am about to get to the point where I'm going to start considering having a mental fucking breakdown, because the amount of fuckery that is happening around this game is just I am at my fucking wit's end.
This is confusing. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I would have never in a million years seen this collaboration coming. Billionaire Boys Club and Halo. I would have never thought I'd see the day.
And you know what? That's totally fine. Hey, great. Announce the fucking collaboration. That is so great. You know what I would rather you announce is tell us anything about the game's multiplayer. Tell us anything about other game modes in Halo Infinite. Tell us anything about your plans to, over the next 6 months, actually give us a trickle, like a little fucking hamster water bottle trickle of information about what was supposed to be the biggest game of 2020. This is now like the 5th retailer partnership that I can think of that, just off the top of my head, that I can think of that Halo Infinite has announced, because they're partnered with Monster, they're partnered with the fucking the Cadbury Egg Company, they're partnered with GameStop, they're partnered with there's like two more that I had in my blog. They have like 4 or 5 different retailer partnerships that'll get you exclusive content in the game. And like, you guys have heard Bob scream about this for 204 episodes prior to this, but like these fucking, like this like marketing corporate partnership, like just shilling fucking bullshit is just, I'm never this guy, but I am at my tipping point. I am at my wit's end.
I am always this guy.
Bob, you have succeeded in radicalizing me here, because I am legitimately at my wit's end with 343, because we know more about the game's marketing partnerships. We know more about products that you can buy that are not Halo Infinite, that you will eventually unlock things when Halo Infinite comes out, which we don't know the date for it. And that is awful. That's awful. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
That hoodie, though?
I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure it'll be great. The Billionaire Boys Club, all those gamers that can afford fucking $500 hoodies, woo, boy, they're going to be looking, woo, they're going to be dripping. Catch me in.
Honestly, I might cop. I might have to cop one.
You walk up into a club and there's a dude in a Halo Billionaire Boys Club hoodie and he slaps your girl's ass. What do you do?
Nothing. That's his girl now. What can I do?
Bounce his head off the bar top.
I'm in a $10 hoodie that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. I can't do anything. You know?
Yeah, nice $500 hoodie to go with your $500 console and your $60 or $70, we don't know, game that doesn't exist. So we know more about where else to spend money that'll benefit the 343 team and will benefit Halo. And even the whole campaign where it's like, buy it now, or like bank it now, unlock it later whenever the game comes out. Cool, let me go buy 2 pallets of Monster, unlock a couple skins in the game, and then wait an indeterminate amount of time. Like,
wait, is that how that works?
Yeah.
When you get like the monster codes, you can put those in now.
Yes, you can put them in now.
Oh my god.
The portal is like bank now, play later.
There is going to be such a shit show at launch when there's fucking greasy, sweaty nerds in their basements surrounded. They built themselves. Remember the bench warmers where the guy built the peanut butter fucking cardboard?
Yeah, the peanut butter fort.
The peanut butter fort.
Yeah.
There's going to be greasy, sweaty nerds in their basement with a monster peanut butter fort built behind them. And they're going to, right when Halo launches in 2023, whenever it fucking gets released that year, they're going to be like, wait a second. Where's my chainmail mithril armor headset that I got from my monster? Well,
right.
It's this can right here. And they take it off of their fucking monster peanut butter castle. They're pointing at it. And because the servers are so fucked, because the game is in absolute fucking development hell, it's a whatever's going on with that company, it's a nightmare producing this game. But that's going to trickle in to literally everything else. It doesn't matter what you do with the marketing. It doesn't matter what you do with the marketing. It's good to get it in front of everybody's fucking eyes. The problem is, if you can't give us the product that we want, nobody fucking cares. You're just going to get even more backlash for it.
Yeah. Who is that for? Who is that for? Aside from like the Halo pros, aside from the Halo pros that used to like walk around PAX East like years and years ago, like the old school MLG guys that would have the Astro headsets draped over their sweaty fucking dry fit t-shirts. Is that for the old, Halo pros that now they're all streetwear guys?
It's the hype beasts are gonna eat that shit up.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'll eat up, dude, is a game. I'll eat up a game that was supposed to be Game of the Year 2020. I want to fucking play video games. That's what I want to fucking do.
Stop, because you're getting me fucking angry.
You want to get more angry?
You know what we have to talk about right now?
What?
Get angry, Bob.
Goddamn Kotaku. Okay, we have to talk about it. We have to fucking do this. And I implore you, if you're listening to this, if you are live with us right now, do not go to this website and do not give them the satisfaction of the traffic. Don't give them the satisfaction of the traffic for that.
Dog, trigger warning here. Hold on.
Stop. That works so perfect. No, please. I can't even have it in the same room as me. Ugh. Oh my God, dude. Okay. Again, I have to preface this. Do not go to Kotaku. Do not give them the traffic that they want from this fucking clickbait piece of shit article. But I had to fucking read it because I'm a glutton and I want my blood pressure to go through the fucking roof and spike every single day because I hate my own health. But this is the title of this fucking article. Xbox Series X has too many horrifying holes. Yucky face. Ugh. So, you know what this is? You know what this is about? They're talking about what is it? Trypophobia?
Phasmophobia.
They're talking
Tryptophan.
about trypophobia.
Stuff in Chinese food.
The fear of like hole patterns in objects. So a writer for Kotaku apparently suffers from this, and they needed to make an article about it. Apparently, she is so upset at the design factor of this that she can't be in the same room as it for too long. She can't stare at it for too long. She could use certain methods to cover the holes, like she does with her PC. I just don't understand why this article ever needs to be written. This is supposed to be a games media site. Where the fuck do these articles come from?
Yeah.
Who the fuck thinks of these? Who thinks of these? Play the fucking games. Review the fucking console. If you don't like the visual appeal of the design, you don't have to like it, but you don't need to say there's a fucking trigger warning for people who are going to be offended by it. Stop. Grow the fuck up. Play fucking video games. You make me sick to my stomach.
Let them know, Bob.
Dude, it's disgusting. Every time I fucking see anything from this website, it is just blatant, pure hate or clickbait just to get people upset. Nobody fucking cares. If you look at their fucking comments on their Twitter, first of all, it's a 1.2 million follower Twitter, and they get engagement from like 600 people. That's how you know the Twitter's fucking dead. 1. 2, they get ratioed every fucking time they tweet something like this because nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I don't care if your fucking editor signed off on this. They're a fucking moron too. Okay? This is absurd. Grow the fuck up. Play fucking video games or go fucking write psych articles.
Yeah, that article is getting flamed all over the place. On Twitter, the first response is LOL what? The second is, how about an article for this? And it's a screenshot of the PS5 that says, your PS5 is too hot. Please turn it off and wait until the temperature goes down.
The important things.
Yeah, like, I don't know. But
how does that get cleared? We were talking about that today, right? Because that has to go up the line. When you work in a media company, it makes its way up to like the editor-in-chief, who ultimately ends up making up their mind if it goes live or not. When you are writing a review for anything, and I'm pretty sure I've said this before too, go into reviewing something with the mindset of reviewing it for what it does. So going into reviewing a console, just talking about how it's no good because something with the look of it, in this case, holes. That's not a review of it. That's something that you personally don't like. And I guess that's kind of the age we live in, where everyone has an opinion and everyone can kind of put their thoughts out there. I guarantee they're not the only one with that, but I guarantee no one was thinking about that until today. I don't know. It's mind-boggling. And when I read the first couple sentences of it, I was like, this is supposed to be like a video game coverage website, and credible at that. And I don't know. I genuinely don't know how to get it up.
I can't tell somebody how to feel, and I can't tell somebody that something they're experiencing isn't authentic or isn't real. But the person who writes the article says that it's not included in the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders, so it's not officially a recognized disorder, but it is estimated that 16% of people suffer from it, and it's the fear of small holes. And I think for the most part, it comes from organic objects, like certain flowers or those little honeycomb things in potpourri. God forbid this person walks by a box of honeycomb and just...
God forbid this person watched Holes, the movie.
Or SpongeBob.
Well, SpongeBob.
God forbid.
I mean, and granted, like, I don't want to invalidate somebody that has like a legitimate thing, but it just, I don't know.
Dude, see, that's the thing. I'm not trying to invalidate it either, but it doesn't need to be an article because we were talking about this earlier. I know a girl who is fucking terrified of mustard. Okay, like to an extent where she breaks down and she cries if you put mustard near her.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. It's some people have these fucking phobias, but does it need to be an article on one of the once most reputable gaming sites ever? Does that need to be a clickbait article to just get people flowing traffic wise to your site? I don't think so.
No, that's a tweet. It's not an article.
Right.
I think it's like blatant abuse of like where you are in the industry.
I
Like,
don't think
if you're at that point, you could just fucking say anything. Is that what it is?
I don't think that should be sharing the front page of a website that has also right alongside the review of the console.
Yeah.
Right here, main thumbnail, it says Xbox Series X, the review, and then right there it's like the Xbox Series X has too many small holes and it's bad. And I just, like, who clears it? And like, it's, it's like, who is this serving? Who is that serving? I'm very interested to know, like, I don't know.
It looks like
I run the risk of not taking something that really impacts somebody seriously, but I think this is something like, this is a tweet, this is a personal blog, this is something, but I don't think this needs to share the fucking front page of a major outlet with the review of a console. I don't understand what the point is, and it's getting ripped apart.
I am legitimately arachnophobic. I'm terrified of fucking spiders. Am I writing a fucking article about what is that fucking game that came out on Xbox? Where you're playing Shrunken Kids?
Oh, Grounded.
Grounded, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see me fucking write an article about Grounded and how it negatively affects my mental health? No. No, because I don't fucking care enough. 1, 2, it's fucking ridiculous. It's a fucking ridiculous article to make. It's a fucking ridiculous topic to put out there. If you want to have this fucking discussion, go ahead. Talk on Twitter about it. Go to a fucking forum. It doesn't need to be on the front fucking page of Kotaku. It doesn't. It's that simple.
I agree with that. And like you guys said, I'm not talking down on it. People deal with their own things 100%. But I don't think the video game journaling journalists or the whole fucking
journaling,
the video game journaling, video game journalism as we know it, it's changed where like there's people that do it like us where it's like very honest and stuff, but there's coverage on certain things that are covered the wrong way. I'm not saying this was covered in the wrong way because it's something that she deals with. No, I know, but me personally, I'm not saying it was covered the wrong way. It's something that they wanted to talk about. Great. But like you guys said, I don't think it has any position literally to be on the front page of a website that gets millions of hits a month. I don't know. It was weird, in my opinion, but like I said, people deal with their own shit, but it was definitely it stuck out like a sore thumb when you go on. They're like, okay, here's the review of the Xbox Series X. And then right next to it, like, this is what's the matter with it. There's holes in it. I don't know.
I think it's something that it could be a discussion point. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, hey, maybe in the future of Xbox, if you plan on releasing another form factor, like you could get an Xbox Series S, right? There's holes on it, but I guess they're not as prominent. But like,
I mean, every electronic is going to have some, like the bottom of this iPhone has holes.
Dude, I don't know. I just think it could be a discussion point. It could be a something like, hey, form factor wise, going forward in the future, take these things into consideration. But there's also like, these consoles and these companies are already doing so much for accessibility. And I talk about this all the time because I truly and genuinely believe it's one of the most beautiful things to see when Xbox comes forward. As much as I shit on Xbox, I think it is one of the most beautiful things to see when they come forward and they say, we want to have an adaptive controller for you guys for anybody to use, for literally anybody. It doesn't matter what physical disability you might have. We want you to be able to accompany, to just set it up in whatever manner that works for you so you can play our games. We want you to be able to do this. Let us be as inclusive as possible. They're doing so much already. And the fact that this is almost like an undermined slap in the face to be like, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough when they're doing so much already. And it makes me this is why I'm so fucking mad about it. Xbox is doing so much with the adaptive control. Like, look what they're working with able gamers to do all of this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, can't people be satisfied ever? Like, with anything?
No. That's the truth right there. No one will be. No, you can't please everyone. I'm a broken record when it comes to saying that, but yeah, I agree. Xbox does some beautiful things when it comes out, like the videos that get posted and stuff like that. I cry every time. It's like the most beautiful thing for people to be able to experience video games, and it's I don't know. It's something tough for me to like kind of speak on, but I don't know. Everything I'm going to say, it's just going to be running around in circles, but. You'll never be able to please everyone. Xbox does a phenomenal job getting video games in the hands of people.
Right.
And that's really about it. To kind of shit on that because of one little mishap or one overlook. I
think it takes away from, like you can't please everybody, but you also can't plan for everything, and you certainly can't plan for somebody who's like afraid of small holes. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying that this person isn't genuinely afraid of it. But like the designers of this console, hopefully, hope to God that they didn't see this article and hopefully weren't just like.
First of all, the designers of the consoles are fucking idiots in the first place. So I'm still partially on her side because they're fucking morons in the way they designed it. But the article still didn't need to be written.
Yeah, I hear that.
I am so upset, and I'm gonna watch those fucking videos tonight. And I'm gonna cry myself to sleep.
They're great videos.
What else? Is there any infuriating news that we can talk about?
Yeah, I got some cool news right there. Actually,
this is actually very wholesome. I'm glad I'm glad this is the last topic.
It's very nice. So the past couple days, today being one of them. So today, PewDiePie announced that he was no longer accepting donations. Pretty much saying he does not need it. He's in a position where he does not need it, so he is not accepting donations on his stream anymore. Who led the charge was Pokimane 2 days ago, I believe. Or 2 or 3. Or last week. We'll say last week because whatever. She put a $5 donation cap on her stream and ended up saying like she's so grateful to be in the position that she is in, but she feels like anything more than $5 is just unnecessary and pretty much she feels bad taking it. So she put a cap on that. So it's starting a ripple effect because it's not being talked about much, but Soda Poppin', who is arguably one of the biggest streamers ever, has bumped his t-shirts down on his merch store so he makes like 20 to 30 cents per shirt. It's the lowest that he could possibly go on the website, but he's lowering it that low so people can buy it and like that want to buy his merch and not have to break the bank, because we all know kind of where we're at in this industry where you make a name for yourself and you're able to kind of jack your prices up and you're going to have people that buy it. But to see this kind of within the community where they're pretty much saying like, we're grateful. We're here, like we're rich, and like we don't want to accept your donations past a certain extent. Of course, PewDiePie being different, not accepting them at all. But that guy's a juggernaut, and so is Pokimane. So the wholesomeness in this whole thing comes with recognizing how like grateful you are to be in the position that you are, that you wouldn't have made it to unless it was for the people that have been watching you and supporting you along that ride. So now they're like, okay, thank you for the support getting me here. Now keep your money. Like, please spend it on something else. Like, not me. I don't need it. So yeah, I mean, my thinking on the whole thing is, first of all, it's great. I do like that. One thing I know is going to come out of it, and I believe it was XQC that said it yesterday. He was like, yeah, like it's great what's happening, but there's always going to be someone that gets ripped apart now because they're not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is it's the worst possible way to think about it, because it's personal preference. It's your choice. Just because you don't want money anymore, you don't want money donated to you because you don't need it, doesn't mean another streamer might. There's a lot more happening behind the scenes where they do need that money. On the surface, you see all these viewers and stuff like that, but you don't know what their bills are like, what their family's like, what they're doing to support other people.
Right.
So they might need it. So if I see people getting like ripped apart for not doing it, I think that's going to be extremely, extremely shitty to see.
Yeah.
But it's inevitably going to happen.
I think that at the end of the day, I think this was the, I think that, and I'm going to continue to say Pokimane because this is how I pronounce her name. And I'm sorry if you come on the podcast and correct me. But like, I think she could have like removed her donation link or said, hey, I'm gonna go out of my way to, and this is, if you really want to drum up press, maybe do this. Instead of reducing the donations, I'm going to donate, 90% of my tips to a random small streamer every month or something like that, And it's like, hey, it's like I don't know. Because now, like, if you're not doing that, or like, hey, I'm going to randomly host one of my fans or one of my mods or whoever, and you guys can donate to them instead. Or like, hey, I'm going to donate all this to charity, like, or something like that. I don't know. I just think that
it's literal redistribution, and I think what you're saying is actually 100% accurate.
Yeah, I think this came from the right place. Shout out to them for acknowledging, like, hey, you guys don't need to throw money at me. This comes only like a week after Pokimane said, like, I don't understand why, like developers or whatever, or like why people who already make money ask for more free things. And like how Phil Spencer was saying, like, anytime a celebrity asks us for a free Xbox, we donate one to the Boys and Girls Club or something like that. So I think there are other ways to go about this. And again, I'm not going to tell people what to do with their money. I think this is a great move to, acknowledge, hey, I've made it this far. Like, my bills are paid, my student loans are paid. Like, everything else from here is pure profit, and I'm already getting plenty of that. But maybe there is a more secure way to ensure that, like, this money doesn't just get spam donated to her in $5 increments, or like, I don't know. Maybe you can donate to somebody else. But this is my other thing that before I pass it back over to you guys. The thing that scares me about this is for the middling to upper tier streamers, maybe even just like your guys who maybe, I don't know. Let's use Lucci as an example, who is a huge guy on TikTok, great guy in person. Just recently, I think, was able to make the transition from working to full-time content creating, right? He's probably not making Pokimane numbers, but let's use him as an example for scale. What if his stream gets flooded with, well, why are you even still accepting donations? Like, you have 1 million people on TikTok. Like, what do you care? You know what I mean? Like, don't you have a ton of money? So I feel like this could be dangerous for the people who are like in the middle to upper middle streamers who aren't necessarily making a killing. Maybe they're able to make, a couple 10 grand a year and keep their head above water and get their bills paid, keep their lights on, and keep their stomachs full, but aren't exactly getting to that point where they're making, they're not making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. They still got to pay for health insurance. They still got to pay for everything else. So I have a feeling that this might backfire on smaller streamers who might look bigger than they are. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how else to word that, but I don't know what you guys think about it.
No, that's spot on. Like I was saying, you don't know. Like a viewer sees one number on whatever, a couple numbers on different platforms, and they see the viewers that are in your chat, and like, oh, they see donations coming in and subs coming in. They're like, oh, this person has it fucking made. They're sitting down playing video games, getting money thrown at them. And at the end of the day, it might be true, but that is their job. You know what I mean? So you don't know how much money a person needs to live. How much you need to live is subjective. People live differently. People have different lifestyles. And I do agree with you where I think it's going to backfire on those people because people are going to be like, why aren't you doing that? Everyone else is doing it. Why aren't you doing it? And that's not fair. That's 100% not fair. And here's a different way to this is different thinking. And I'm not saying that she's doing this, but from a tax standpoint, I'm trying to think how that could ultimately benefit them. Because I don't think you can write off donations. You can't write off donations. No. That's the thing. So I'm trying to think if there's other ways to bring in money that would ultimately help them with their tax at the end of the year. That could be it because you're able to kind of write off. You can write off charitable donations though. Yes.
You get a tax credit for that for sure. It's not even a write-off. I think it's a huge tax credit.
I think it's so strange because like the way like again, these are their careers. If somebody told me that I needed to forfeit like 30% of my salary,
oh, suck my ass.
Like absolutely not. Like what the fuck are you talking about? I sell fucking student loans I gotta pay off, not a fucking shot. But like I one, I understand it. Two, I understand the negative impact it could have on the rest of the community. Three, I think there are much better ways I can go about it, like redistributing that wealth. Like, you want to foster the rest of the Twitch community, redistribute some of those donations. Don't say she made fucking $2,000 in donations that night. Go into, 5 other streams and donate that money across to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they have their fucking donation, their ticker saying like, "Oh, I need this much for rent this month" or something like that. There you go. You just paid someone's fucking rent. I don't know. Or the fucking write it off for charity. Like there are definitely other better things that could be done this way.
Yeah, but we don't know. I mean, that could ultimately be the goal. This only happened a week max ago for Pokimane, and then today for PewDiePie. So it could be the case, but like this could be the start of building it into something. I don't think we could ultimately jump the gun on what their motive is behind it, or kind of where it sounds like it's coming from a good place on the surface. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy with kind of what it's putting forward. Is it more happening behind the scenes? We don't know. We won't know.
A problem.
Well, yeah, but yes, it definitely could be, but we don't know. We won't know. But all I know is it's putting the right foot forward in my eyes. Yeah. I understand it, or I like to think I do. And I mean, think of the numbers, right? And I know this is kind of like going back on what we're saying, but you're talking about 2 of the biggest streaming entertainers and video entertainers in the world. Like the money that they're pulling in from YouTube, pulling in from merchandise, stuff like that. So a lot of people stream when they're very well off for themselves. And they're just like, all right, I just like interacting with people. Granted, that's not always the case, and it probably isn't the case with them, but those people do exist out there. I guess I can assume that they...
Clint just asked a good question of, do you think announcing it is the right thing to do? Why not just do it without mentioning it? I think... So I'm pretty sure Soda Poppin actually did this years ago, and nobody knew about it until now because people are coming forward. Like, he did it. He never mentioned anything about it, and he's just been a wholesome streamer since. I agree. I think like these statements don't need to be made. I think if other people are making them for you, it's different. But if like if we did it, which we're not, we have a studio we have to pay for. If we did it, like we wouldn't make a fucking YouTube video about it. You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't post a 2-minute and 20-second video on Twitter about it. It's just something like, all right, we're doing it for the people who watch me. So that's me giving back. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was watching Trainwrecks the other night, and the guests he had on his Scuffed podcast, they were saying like they were like, Train, if you just came forward and said like half of the things that you do for anybody else in the community, like it would be wild when what people found out. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I just don't want to talk about these things. Like, that's the humble nature that people should probably have behind it. Like, if the guy's donated what, like $500,000 in subs to people?
Right.
Yeah.
And he's done more than that too. Like he's done so much more than that. But we don't know about it because he doesn't fucking, it's not like he walks around and brags about it. Like, be humble with what you're doing. If someone else says it, that's out of your fucking control though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Trainwreck does a lot. I actually listened to that too. I think it was like $500,000 or $600,000, just kind of on the surface, and he doesn't get into it. There's different people, right? Where both of these announcements, I wouldn't even call them announcements, didn't really come in the form of anything big and elaborate. It just kind of came up in conversation when they were streaming. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying it, because we don't know if it's for the purpose of like, oh my God, how nice of them, let's send this clip around the world, or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But they might have a different meaning to it. They might know people in the industry that are making an absolute killing in money that they don't need. and maybe they're trying to make a statement for other people that are doing the same thing and collecting that money, where like maybe we could actually like pool this money together and make a change with certain things. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing it, but I don't look at these in a bad way. I get both of your points 100%. It's the same thing where like the people that pull out their phone when they see a homeless person on the street and like record themselves giving them food just so they can post it online after, and people are like, oh, good job. Like, you should want to do good because you want to do good, but just because we found a video or a clip of them doing it, it doesn't mean they didn't have good intentions in mind. They're under the camera 10 hours a day. It's like,
I fully think, and I truly believe that Pokimane and everybody else that has done this with good intentions.
Yeah.
Like, I think 100% they see the success that they've achieved and they don't want to take that for granted. So they rely on their community. So they don't have to rely so much on their community anymore. So I genuinely, truly believe that these are like Dom said, they're going in the right direction, but there are also other things that could be done.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, I don't want to go in anybody else's pockets. Like, this is, I feel like whenever I see people like tweeting, this billionaire person donated, $100 million to charity, and it's like, that's it? He's worth $28 billion. It's like, why don't you fucking donate something, you jackass? These are the same people who go to fucking, they go buy something at CVS and they go, you want to donate $1 to childhood cancer? And they go, maybe next time. So, like, I don't want to go in anybody else's pocket to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just saying there might be some other opportunities here. And of course, anytime you try to do something that is remotely, wholesome or with positive intent, somebody's going to shit on it. So I don't want to make it sound like we're being those guys. It's just like, hey, maybe this is an idea. Because I do think it's a good thing for them to do, because they're like, hey, maybe I am making it so the people who are viewing have a couple extra bucks in their pocket and they can donate it to somebody else or a smaller streamer who needs it. And I'm sure that was the intent behind it.
Yeah, but then you have all the other fucking streamers that are like, you've been watching me for 4 hours and you haven't donated any subs.
Oh my God.
I'm you know what? I'm just gonna get off and I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. So if you're not gonna donate and you're not gonna subscribe to me, I'm not gonna be here anymore.
The shitty thing? Those are the clips that get sent around the fucking moon and ultimately brings them more followers and viewers.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up world we're in.
It's true.
That being said, good job, Pokimane, Soda Poppin', PewDiePie, everybody who's done this so far that didn't fucking beg for your subscribers, because shit's fucking cringe.
That being said, do we have any gifters in the chat? And no.
Look, I'm gonna
open up your pockets and your hearts, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. We've been doing this for 205 fucking weeks, okay? We're carving time out of our fucking weeks to sit here and to bring you content and to bring you entertainment. The least you could do is sub to us. Donate 5 subs. That's all you have to do. And if you're not going to do it, I can't sit here anymore. I have work I have to do. I can go hang out with my friends. I can go be doing anything else. So if you're not going to subscribe to me right now, I'm out. Okay, we're out. The podcast is over. We're shutting it down.
No, we just appreciate you guys being a which I mean might ultimately be the case. I would love to build us to the point where like we're good on other streams of income where we can literally just shut shit off and be like, all right, everyone just come hang out. We just like being with everyone. I would love that. I mean, we're not at the position to do that, not even close yet. But I would love that. Love it.
Then permanently fucking block Kenny and JB. Do we have any voicemails this week?
Hell yeah! We certainly do have voicemails, Bobby. Let's play you the voicemail song. Voicemails.
Need advice?
How you doing, Instagram? This is Big Time Bobby.
It's Big Time Bobby here.
Alrighty. Just like we always do, 617-701-7678. It is the WGG Internet Dad Sauce Line. You can leave us a comment, a roast. You can ask for relationship advice. You can suggest a topic, whatever you want to do. As long as it doesn't get us TOS'd, we will listen to it live on the show. That is 617-701-7678. First caller, what do we have from you?
Yo, WGG, it's CDOG209, in here to win it. What's up? Hey, today I have a specific question directed towards Dr. Bob. and it's nothing bad. It's just
God, I was waiting
Can
for
you
it.
describe Counter-Strike teams as from like comparison of the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Cowboys, the Lakers, the top teams or the biggest teams, the most popular teams, versus kind of the small town teams, the San Diegos, the Tampa Bays, the Kansas City small town regional teams that would less popularity but have some personal stories to it, and just a few of them. That'd be really cool, just to kind of understand what the Counter-Strike aspect of the league looks like in terms of the teams. Outside of that,
Okay.
Chris
Now you
T,
got my.
keep it up. Legend of the Snakes, Uncle Dom, dominating every day. WGG, keep it up. Peace out.
Hell yeah. I thought it was over after the Bob
I love
question.
that, man.
Hell yeah.
I love that, man.
Damn. Now you get my brain juices flowing right now. So to put it into perspective, recently over the past couple of years, we've seen teams like Astralis go on a dominant winning streak, winning back majors, I believe, for about a year and a half to 2 years. They dominated an era. What baseball team dominated for so long? The Yankees? Like the
Yeah, and they
Yankees?
have 27 rings.
Yeah, so they could be considered the fucking New York Yankees. Then you have who I think at one point was the savior of NA for a while was Team Liquid, who between 2017 and 2018, bleeding into 2019, they came back. They challenged Astralis. They were the only team to challenge Astralis for wins, not major wins, but like organization wins. And the only team that they would ever lose to would be Astralis. And they're the Red Sox for me. They're the hometown. They're fucking NA. Astralis is Danish. They're across the waters. They're all nice people, but they all look like fucking supervillains from Die Hard movies. Every single one of them. Like, they're all so humble and kind, but they look like they should be villains in a Die Hard movie. So Team Liquid was like the Red Sox. Then I think there's a lot of like digging through other teams. More recently, Furia became the savior of NA. They're a Brazilian team. They overcame MIBR made in Brazil, which was arguably the greatest team to come out of South America. Still an NA team. But now Furia, it's like a real true underdog story because MIBR, they canned their whole roster because they've been holding on to people for so long. So again, I don't know like a ton of baseball references for this, but think of a team that held on to a roster for way too fucking long and they aged out and they couldn't keep up with like innovations in the scene. And now Furia comes up in Brazil and they're the fucking powerhouse in NA right now. So I don't know. I can go on and I could talk about Counter-Strike teams for fucking hours. But like Astralis, the Yankees. Team Liquid, 2018, 2019, the Red Sox. Outside of that, there's so many fucking teams. Like there's so many teams.
Yeah. That was good though. Good job.
Well done. Well done. All right, next caller.
What is up, WGG fam? What's up, Papa Dom? What's up, Chris P? What's up, Bobby Bottle Service? It's your boy, JB Genesis, calling in for another weekly voicemail. Hope everyone's having a great first week of November so far. It's been good. Getting a lot of work done in a good way. Let's see here. First off, I want to say props to Steve on the new WGG Stream Team little logo. That animation is sick. And then my question for you guys this week is pretty plain and simple. Chris, I know you've played Rocket League in the past. I've played with you. But Bob and Dom have been, or have just started playing recently. So I want to know what your guys' opinions are so far I want to know what you guys think. I know Bob already thinks that he's the best goalie in the fucking world. Yeah, let me know, guys. Much love. Peace.
All right, what do we think about Rocket League?
So I've definitely said this on the podcast before, but I was huge into Lucio Ball in Overwatch whenever that was a seasonal thing in the summers. And I grinded competitive Lucio Ball, and I made it just outside of the top 500 on console. And then I can't remember the ranking system, but I was whatever. I think it was Grandmaster is under top 500, and then I made it to Master. I think it is right underneath that on PC. And Lucio Ball is essentially Rocket League without the personal physics. The ball physics still exist, but in Rocket League, you have full fucking car physics.
Mm-hmm.
So in Lucio Ball, I was fucking incredible at it, and I loved it, and I loved playing it. And if it was a year-round event, I would still probably play Overwatch from time to time. But Rocket League is something else. That is a game that I want to know the ins and outs of for every single mechanic of. Yeah. Like I played it for 2 fucking nights, and I just want to play it. Like I want to know how to fucking glide in the air. I want to know how to fucking maneuver my car in the right direction so I can bounce the ball in whatever. I want to know every input that I need to do to achieve these things because I want to be that good at the game. Like I got there in Lucio Ball, which doesn't mean anything, but like to me being almost in the top 500 meant something. I would like to be able to like get that feel for it again for a game like Rocket League. But there's so much more to it. That's the thing.
Yeah, Rocket League's still in its infancy too, in my opinion. I think there's so much growth that can still happen within Rocket League because find another esport that is as entry level to even watch as entry level to watch than Rocket League. It's literally soccer with cars. I think it's still in its infancy. JB knows how I feel about it. I'm a big fan. It's a type of game you can put music on, lean back, and just have a good time. You don't really have to stress out too hard. You can really try if you want to. If you're just fucking around running customs with your friends, it's just as fun. But plain and simple, really, really fun game. Dom is the newbie. New PC guy, new Rocket League guy.
New PC guy, yeah. I mean, I think I can't remember. It was like last night or the night before. I was like, "Oh, does anybody want to play League?" Because I was playing League of Legends with Ken, and Bob was like, "Rocket League," and I was like, "Yeah, we could." Yeah, that wasn't the league that I was initially thinking about, but yeah,
I just did not want to play League of Legends.
Yeah, no, but it turned out for the best because I downloaded Rocket League and I was like, "Damn, this game is crack." We were playing, like, all you got to do is get one goal that you, like, kind of didn't even intend to get, and it was just like a lucky bounce, and then, oh my god, I got to play 10,000 more games. So I don't think I've ever been more upset with myself that, like, I didn't give a game a chance sooner. But it's incredible.
I fully agree. I fully agree with that.
Me too.
I'm so upset that I, like, didn't invest more time in it sooner, but, like, it's like in Step Brothers where it's like when they get the X-ray goggles, and they're like, "Man, imagine if we had these when we were 12." And he's like, "Even better, we got it when we're 40." And it's like, that's how I feel about Rocket League right now. Like, now that I'm looking at it with fresh eyes, the game just went free to play. There's probably a whole lot more content coming. It seems like the state of the game is super sturdy and stable, and, like, the popularity has never been higher. So I'm looking forward to it. And the game is just absolutely electrifying to watch. And it's just, like, it's so much fun. Even if we get, like, groups of 6 people to play 3-on-3, or if we're just, like, playing in random pickup games, like, it's just a blast. So,
dude, this is us playing this the past couple of days is going to make me watch whenever the next fucking Rocket League event is.
Oh, 100%.
Watch the pros, man. That's
what I'm saying. Nuts. Whenever there's a fucking, like, worlds level event for Rocket League, I'm watching that. I'm 100% watching that shit.
Those kids are so fucking good, man. Like, you know how the most difficult part in the game is getting your car up in the air and being able to, like, maneuver it down the field? They can literally take off from the net. So picture what JB does times, like, 3. No offense, JB. But these kids are, like, literally in the air from the opposite goal, in the air, like turning their car. It's absolutely nuts how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely electrifying to play and to experience, and it just is great. I mean, it's just an excellent game. So, JB, thank you for checking in on us as, like, one of the best guys we know at the game. All right, last voicemail. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's your faraway degenerate Tiggy, head chef Papa Dom. We got Chancellor Chris. How's that match go? And licensed physician Dr. Bob. What's going on, guys? So Halloween just happened. If you were placed in a horror, I'm just kidding. Trying to go straight for new question, quick hypothetical. If WGG was doing a movie about its life cycle, about it, it's just a live action movie with the WGG gang, what actors would play you three? Let me know what you think. Anyways, love you guys. Keep doing it. Peace.
Oof. Oh, mine's a layup. I thought he hung up halfway through that too.
I actually kind of did too.
I mean, mine's an absolute layup. I got to go with Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, okay.
Ripped, handsome.
Okay.
I mean, come on now.
So who's he playing?
Me.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that was the question, right? What actor would play you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I had it misunderstood because you had implied that Charlie Hunnam would be a good representation of you on screen.
No, I mean, I think we have similar features. Like,
if they gave like Michael Cera nipple rings, it'd probably be fine. Like, you'd be good for you.
Get the fuck out of here!
Michael Cera puts on another 45 of just like extra bag weight.
Oh, we're doing this, huh? I thought there was
just spray some glue on his face and just throw some random fucking hairs at him to like the facial hair. Just kind of.
You're lucky I don't know actors because I would.
No, you can have Charlie Hunnam, Chris. It's okay. He can play.
So, again, I don't know if I've told this before on the podcast, but my old gym teacher in high school used to call me Wedding Crashers because he thinks I've always looked like Vince Vaughn. So
that's pretty funny.
Dude, I should. He would every time I'd see him in the halls. Every time I'd have class with him, like Wedding Crashers, go grab the basketball down at the end of the fucking court, and I'd be like, "All right, bro,
Wedding Crashers."
I'm fucking 16. Like, you think I look like
fucking
Vince Vaughn?
Hilarious. I mean, granted, you were like 6'2" when you were 8, so
yeah, I was 6 feet when I was fucking 16, but like. Yeah, he used to he would only call me Wedding Crashers. He would never call me by my name. It was just Wedding Crashers, and that was it. And
hey, Wedding Crashers, you're like, buddy, I'm 11.
Yeah, it would have to be Vince Vaughn. He's tall, he's goofy. People, even though people hate him, they still kind of like him. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah. For me, Jake Johnson, who plays Nick in New Girl. Jake Johnson. He's great. But yeah, he just plays like a total fucking degenerate in New Girl, and I have been given Jake Johnson 6 million times. He plays Nick Miller in New Girl. I've had like at least 4 or 5 people. I've like never been compared to celebrities ever. I don't want to set unrealistic standards for celebrities by comparing them to me. So, but yeah, Jake Johnson from New Girl. I have had at least 5 people. I actually started watching the show because one of my old managers at a previous job was like, "You remind me so much of this guy," and I'm like, "Oh, this guy's a total fuck up in a booze bag in the show." And I was like, "Great, awesome, yeah." I was like, "The guy can't even clean up for himself or take after himself or take care of himself." And he just kind of like, crushes beers, makes people laugh, and yeah. So that's Jake Johnson has been my like doppelganger ever since.
Damn, it's a really good one.
Who the fuck was it in our community that kept calling me a wrestler?
That was TP Poker, and he was calling you Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah, Kevin Owens. I thought he said Rikishi for a while, but Kevin Owens definitely fits better.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay.
You do look like Kevin Owens. Holy God. You do look like Kevin Owens. That's what I meant to say.
I don't know. I don't know if I see it.
Sea-Dog said Leonardo DiCaprio would play him. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Rikishi.
Just said Kristen Wiig would play her in a movie. Yeah, I can see that.
Did Rikishi die?
No, I think he's alive.
Thank God. All right. I thought he
He is alive. Yeah, he's alive. He's 55. Pretty young.
Wait, I mean, now we need to know what our community thinks who would represent us.
Wow, Rockin' 505 just said, I think Don will be played by Ben Affleck. Thank you so much. Immediately, new favorite member of the community. I won't even say who my previous... Kenny just goes, Christian Bale from The Machinist would play me. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Yeah, feel free to cast us. If you have an actor... yeah, you let us know in the reviews. Cast us.
In your next 5-star review.
In your next 5-star review, and we'll read it on the show. That's all we got for voicemails. Thank you guys for calling. And 617-701-7678 if you want to leave one for next week.
Well, we got anything else, or should we just land the train?
Let's land
will
it.
land it.
All right. By the way, we're gonna end up playing Rocket League after this.
Oh yeah, I'm so down.
Chris, you got anything?
We do have a 5-star review on iTunes.
Nice.
From Shrek is Love 69. Dom gets a little grating after a while, but Chris and Bob are hilarious. Never thought I would see that comment.
Wow. Who is that? Ban them?
Yeah, no, leave them.
Shrek is love, but Shrek has a V next to the K.
Shrevk.
That sounds like a bot. It's probably a bot. Is that your burner, Chris?
It's not me. You think I would say Bob in there with me?
Oh, true.
Fair point.
Yeah, neither of you would ever compliment each other.
No.
Chris, tell the people how they can get shouted out by you in the show.
Yes, if you want to shout out from me on the podcast, the #1 gaming podcast in the world, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. I don't believe any other platform really has it yet, and if they do, I don't know if it gets pulled to us. So iTunes is probably the best option. Apple Podcast. So if you leave us a 5-star review, write anything you want. It could be a comment, a roast, a question, a compliment, anything you want, and I will read it live on the show. But please leave us a 5-star review. It really helps us.
Oh, Clint just said Adam Driver with short hair could be Chris. I can actually kind of see that.
Yeah. Also, I guess I can't actually blame Shrek is Love for that comment because I did rant and rave a lot in the last episode, so I probably wouldn't want to listen to that.
It's okay, dog. Don't worry. It's okay.
After the fucking shit show that I put on tonight, there'll be another fucking one next week. But speaking of burner accounts, I have one for the YouTubes. Pokey_simp commented, best parts of these podcasts is seeing Bob rip a shirt. If you haven't subbed, do it now. What are you waiting for?
True.
Thank you, Pokey_simp. It's not my burner account. I don't know who this person is, but I do appreciate it. Okay? I do appreciate the support. Dom, you got anything?
I do have something. It has come to my...
Oh!
What?
Matthew Lillard for Chris.
Oh, it's great. That's perfect.
Nailed it.
That's perfect.
Where's Matt Owens?
I do...
So isn't Vince Vaughn.
I do have something. It has come to my attention that one of our very own members of our community's birthday is tomorrow, and that is Leanne, a.k.a. Red Squanto. So it's tomorrow if you're listening right this second, and if you're listening on Friday on the pre-recorded episode, it's today. So everybody wish Leanne, a.k.a. Red Squanto, a happy birthday. We appreciate you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
I'll get fucking DMT live for this one.
DMCA for a happy birthday song? That'd be so fun.
Oh, happy birthday is public domain. Happy birthday is public domain.
Yeah, until a record label comes fucking knocking.
Well, happy birthday, man. We appreciate you. Hope you have an awesome weekend. I know it's a big deal to share a birthday weekend with me, and we won't take this this milestone lightly. So yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to all the other Scorpios listening. You know what I mean? Scorpio season. I don't know what that means because I don't know how to keep track of which planets are making me sad or tired. So for all those other people,
look, all of them. They all make me tired. They all make me sad.
Me too.
It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter in relation to where I am. They're always making me sad, and they're always making me tired.
Those are my favorite tweets. Is Can one of you, can one of the depressed white girls that follow me on Twitter tell me which planet is making me sad?
Earth is in marmalade.
Yo,
That's what you said.
that's for real though.
Neptune's in an Escalade.
Yo, that's crazy. But
It was in marmalade.
my God.
Gatorade.
Happy birthday, Liam. We appreciate you. Hope you have an awesome one. And that's all I got.
Nice. Well,
Oh, wait. Also, shout out to the winner of our Thrive Fantasy jersey contest, the very first one, which was, his handle is Juicy PK. Pat, who is a friend of the program and friend in real life. Big shout out to Pat for winning the first WGG jersey. That's going to be on its way real soon. And big shout out to Thrive Fantasy for putting us on and for fronting the money for the contest and for getting everybody paid. And also shout out to the person who won the League of Legends prop contest, which was me. So shout out to me for winning and for being a League of Legends prop savant.
League of Legends, if you will.
he literally closed his eyes and just started pressing.
That's not true. That's not true.
No,
That is simply not true. I had a surgical picks. And yeah, shout out to Juicy PK. I did win. Technically, I won the jersey, so I just went to the first community member down. We did have a couple of bots in there who somehow got the password, which I was not going to give the jersey to them. So the next person down was, of course, Pat. So big shout out to him for winning the jersey. So we're gonna get that out to you soon, and you can still win a WGG esports jersey if you join our Discord and you get busy with the Thrive Fantasy prop bot. Which is exclusive to our Discord right now, I think. And even if it's not, Scott from Thrive can come on the podcast and correct me. So, and this is going to be a test to see if you listen to the podcast, because I'm sure I'll get an email tomorrow being like, you can't say that. So this is a test. But it's almost definitely, maybe not, but we're definitely like one of 3 Discords that has it. You get in there, answer 50 props correctly, and then you get yourself a jersey. We are already off to the races. Nobody has won it yet, though, so you can still win. Now that's all I got. I'm done now.
Tom, I feel like you probably have one more thing you could shout out.
Is this a trick question?
No.
It's my birthday?
What do you do every
Oh! Great call, Bob. Great call. Listen, I've been talking about everybody else. This is all I do is I give.
Jesus Christ. Never mind.
No, because I was too focused on shouting out everybody else, and I just can't, my brain doesn't work this way. I don't know what planet makes me so giving, but, it's just what it is. It's all I do is give. Anyway, this year, just like we always do, it is Movember, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is Movember, which means that we are once again raising money for men's for awareness and support for men's cancers and also men's mental health awareness. Just like we always do every single year, we acknowledge that this is not something that's super easy to talk about. Cancer impacts people of all backgrounds, shapes and sizes, genders, colors, creeds, everything. However, we have found, and the Movember Foundation has found, that it's especially difficult for men to talk about. And a lot of folks might put off their doctor's appointments. They might be reluctant to talk with their brothers, fathers, friends, teammates, coworkers, whatever, about what's going on with them, which might lead to cancers being undiscovered and will often lead to men dying too young. So the Movember Foundation has set out to prevent that and to promote the awareness for men's cancers. That's usually why you see people grow mustaches, because then people go, hey, what the fuck is with that on your face? And then you explain to them exactly what I just explained to you just now. So the Movember Foundation is one of the leading charities for men's cancers, and they do some absolutely incredible work. And just a couple of years ago, maybe last year or the year before, they also branched out into support of men's mental health programs. Another thing that's still unfortunately kind of taboo in our society, and a lot of things that that a lot of men don't want to talk about. So go to Movember.com for more information. I will put the link in the show notes. I'm going to put it in the Twitch chat right now so you guys can see it and so that you can donate. Last year, we raised a ton of money. I think we donated almost $2,600 or $2,700, counting the very generous match that we got. Again, Movember is an incredible charity. It's something that's near and dear to all of our hearts, mine especially. This is my 7th year in a row doing it, and I try to drive it as hard as I can. So I'm going to do my best to whip up a special Movember shirt as well, and we'll donate all the proceeds for that shirt to Movember. Alternatively, you could go to the Movember link that I'm going to put in the show notes, and you can donate through there. So great cause. Would love to see you guys support it. You guys know that we're always on top of our charity game, and we try to do our best to give back. That's Movember, and it's happening right now. We're going to plug that on every episode through the month of November.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm here for the backup. Just like in Rocket League. I'm right behind you, just in case you miss. I'm there for the backup. Well, with that being said, everybody, make sure to check out the Movember link. Donate if you can. If not, share it around. Maybe some other people you know would like to donate. This has been episode 205 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We're your favorite internet dads. We're here live at twitch.tv/Wicked Gaming every Thursday night, 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to give you the live show. But if you miss the live show, don't worry. It goes up on all podcast platforms. Don't have to list them. If you have a specific podcast platform you listen to and we're not on there, let us know. We'll fucking get on there. But all podcast platforms, we are at Wicked Good Gaming on all social media, except for Twitter. It's at Wicked Good Games. You could check out the YouTube at youtube.com/Wicked Good Gaming. You could check out all the written content at wickedgoodgaming.com. There's been a lot of it recently. A lot of people fucking pitching in recently, so shout out to everyone who has been. But yeah, this has been episode 205 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We'll catch you next week with 206, a huge episode coming up next week.